What is the song When We Stand Together about?
I mean, that was just about, trying to bring awareness to a lot of issues that are going on in the world without being too specific and just, trying to make the world a better place.
You wrote that one, I believe there was a band meeting happening.
Right over there, actually.
There's a band meeting happening at the end of the table.
Here in your house?
Yeah.
So what happened? You guys are having a band meeting about business stuff?
We were doing a meeting about various boring business things, and his attention span's pretty low, and he just split. And
once you guys got to Facebook and Twitter and everything else, I was just kind of like,
I'm out.
You guys handle
I mean,
stuff.
it's stuff you have to deal with, but it's like, stuff that he couldn't be bothered with. So he split, and then we went to the studio about half an hour later. And he's like, check us out, I got this. And within a half an hour. And I think at that point in the recording session, there had been the earthquake and tsunami in Japan. And so he kind of started, playing off of that idea about these, issues of gathering people together, because, it's just everybody gets together, and when those things like in Haiti happen and war-torn countries and whatnot, you kind of get together. And this is pretty easy to talk about, because it's such a natural thing. When people are in trouble, people get together. So we just started feeding off lyrics and stuff. He came up with the chorus like that, and that kind of chanty chorus, and then we could all dig in on the content, because it's a pretty altruistic kind of a vibe.
It just came from a place of, anytime you turn on the news and you see, even if it's not a global thing, there was an accident where a guy on his motorcycle went underneath a vehicle, and he got trapped there, and there was a fire that started, and he was just burning alive under this car, and everybody around him realized, hey, if 30 of us walk over and pick this car up, we can save this guy's life, and the whole thing is caught on film, and they just get over there. And it's not about the guy who's standing next to them being black, or this guy standing over there being, it didn't matter where you came from, how much money you had in your wallet. None of those things mattered. The only thing that mattered at the time was there was one human being that was trapped and whose life was in danger, and the rest of the human beings saying, that's one of us. Let's get him out from underneath there, because I would like to think that you guys would do the same thing for me. And they went over and they picked up this car and they pulled this guy out, and he lived. And it was just amazing. And it's stories like that that make you think, maybe we're not doomed. Maybe we as a species can actually survive and not kill each other on this planet, because just with an act like that, you can just show what happens when you get together with a unified cause, letting nothing else stop you, not even afraid for your own lives. Look at what can be accomplished. And I love stories like that.
So we should have been around the 60s. We would have had this get together kind of song.
Woodstock would have been awesome.
I'm telling you.
So on the new record, you have a song called This Means War, which to my ears, correct me if I'm wrong, is about, war.
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically. Then you have a song called Bottoms Up, about partying, drinking. You have We Stand Together. And then you have Midnight Queen, right? Yeah. Which does have the lyric, I am paraphrasing, which is not cool, because it is all in context, but you do have a lyric, she's going to...
Context doesn't really help it either, I don't
She's going to lick my pistol clean. So, but here's my first question. It goes literally from a song metaphorically about war, right to a song about partying, to We Stand Together, Midnight Queen. I mean, that is the order on the album.
Yep.
So do you realize that when you're doing it, or are you thinking about sound or themes? That's the first question.
Vibe.
Vibe, okay.
Because you don't want to start off your record with something that's a little sleepy. You don't want to start off your record with something sort of vibey. We like to come out with a nice KO punch, and then it's just you're sort of structuring it like you would a set, like a set list. I mean, once you're listening to the song and you know what the theme of the song is, and it's about just going someplace, meeting someone, there's going to be a sexual encounter, whatever it might be, then you can
romantic encounter.
Romantic. There could be some comedic elements.
Lots of romantic. Yeah.
I mean, at that point in time, if you're already going to be tongue-in-cheek and you're already on sort of a silly theme, you just say whatever, you say whatever you want. There isn't we can't have this song follow that song because this one's about, saving the world and trying to make it a better place, and this one's about engaging in
love.
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 Thank you.
Love.
when you do put a lyric like that out there in the universe, it's your song when you write it, but becomes everybody else's. Are there trepidations about having...
Yes.
There are? Trepidations?
Yes.
Not for me.
Not for him.
This is what I want to talk about.
You're hitting a sore spot here, Matt. Jeez.
Come on!
No, I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Are you cool with those lyrics, or sometimes...
No.
You're not?
Yes.
You're killing me, man. I'm so confused.
No, you should see the conflict. No, the contradictory conflict that's going on within him.
Yeah, exactly. No,
you're just getting a small flavor of it.
You've hit something that is a topic that we always deal with in the studio because of exactly what you said. He is like very prolific at just getting songs together, and it just comes out of him. So he's got these lyric ideas, got all these things, and he comes together. Sometimes they're parts of songs, sometimes they're whole songs, and so when it's being represented as the band, and it's his brainchild, you have to we consider that in the studio. Sometimes we'll just go, I can't go and sing that for hopefully not another 20 years or whatever it is.
I love it when I write the counter line that Ryan has to sing, and he's like, "That's my line." I'm like, "That's your line."
I know.
Do you have a counter line in Midnight Queen?
Not yet.
Not yet. So if you're saying
his would be Lock and Load.
Lock and Load, I'm ready to go.
That would be his.
And then you'd say, "She's going to lick my pistol clean."
Sure.
Yeah, but I've had others in the past that I'm not super.
But we're playing a rock band.
I know you do.
I mean, if Maynard from Tool can talk about a song called Stink Fist,
yes,
I'm pretty sure we can.
Listen, I'm with you.
And if Buck Cherry can in a chorus can be, "Hey, you're a crazy, but you're so good, I'm on top." You know what I mean? It's like they can say those things. But I throw out one little line and it was just that's not even close to that.
That's the thing about being in a group, though, is that we all agree at the end of the day what it is that we're gonna come out with, and
you got to have his back.
Absolutely,
right?
No, absolutely, 100%, and we always do. But is there difficulties when we're doing stuff? Absolutely, because we're all different people, and that's the struggles where when it comes to lyrics, he's just awesome, I gotta say. I mean, he comes up with some amazing stuff. He is. No, he is. And especially, I mean, there's sometimes where you have to dig deep, and we'll have a frustrating day in the studio, and we're like, it's just not working here. And then he'll get mad, and the next morning he's like, check out what I wrote last night.
I love it.
And he upped it by like 150%, and we're like, that's awesome.
Cool.
So you gotta we are definitely together as a unit in that.
Cool.
All right. But how many times, if you tune into a classic rock station, and Eric Clapton comes on, she don't like cocaine. If you try to do that now, there's no way you could, but it gets played daily, all over the world, that song, nonstop. It's fine. It was fine back then, which is strange, but now it's just like, you can't say that, I hate that. There's so many things that I still can't say on our records, and they're not always sexual. I just, that's where I enjoy pushing the envelope. I like,
he does.
I love the thought of.
He likes it. He enjoys us coming in the next day, looking at it, going, what do you think this, guys?
Well, you have a daughter,
I explain this to my kids.
Right?
I have a daughter,
and she's
5.
She's 5. So if you're in the minivan, I'm assuming I'm just throwing that out there. So my picture is, the parents, and they go out and they get the new Nickelback record, and they throw it on, and they're like, yeah, and all of a sudden they get to this point, and there's just this incredibly awkward moment, in the car where all of a sudden it's one of these, and then the child, because kids are so smart and they're just sponges, right? It's awesome. This awkward moment brought to you by me, and I'm thinking to myself, that's amazing. A friend of mine took his daughter roller skating, and Lady Gaga was on in the Roller-rama. I don't even know where you would take a child roller skating these days. I want to take a ride on your disco stick.
I was just gonna say
comes
that.
on, right? She looks up at her dad. She looks up at my buddy Rob and goes, I want to take a ride on a disco stick. And see that moment right there where he calls his friends laughing. She got that one. Good for her. That's great.
You're an evil man.
I love that stuff.
Listen, when we come back, I want to try to crack this Nickelback code, the 50 million album sold code. I'm going to try it when we come back.